Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chef Pam and this is Chef and More. And today we are going to be making crispy kale chips. Yes, healthy, nutritious, and delicious. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes the easy and simple way, subscribe so that you won't miss any of my videos. And tap that bell so you'll always be notified. We're going to get started right now. Okay guys, I have my kale already washed and dried. Now we just need to get the ribs out of it, the thick stems. We don't want those in here because we're going to make these into some chips, nice and crunchy. So you just kind of fold it in half and cut it on out, or you can separate it and cut it out. Then we break them apart just to make sure we have smaller pieces chip size. You can also open them up like this, cut one half off, cut the other half off, and take that rib stem out of the middle. So also when you're cutting these up guys, you're going to get a lot of crumbs. Some of the kale is going to be in very small pieces. Don't throw that away, you want that. I always say that the crumbs in the bottom of a chip bag sometimes, guys, that's the best part. So now I've gotten down to just a little bit left in my container here. So I'm gonna get the ribs out of these and then we will be ready to get these all seasoned up and into the oven. Let's just go ahead and dump these out because they're so small now. I only have a couple of pieces of ribs left in these and I think they're all good. Yes. Okay guys, so we're going to just go ahead and put all the rest of these into the bowl and we will be ready for our seasoning. And guys, you can simply season these with just salt and pepper if you like. I'm going to clean off my board first though. Keep a clean workstation guys, keep a clean workstation. Always make sure your workstation is nice and tidy. It makes things easier and cleaner when you're cooking. So here we have our bowl of kale guys, and you always want more kale than you think you're going to eat because this kale is going to shrink way down guys. We'll have just one small bowl. Olive oil, and I'm going to put my two favorite seasonings on here, garlic powder and onion powder. But first, let me move this off of the cutting board. Slide that to the side and so you can have a better view. So you're going to sprinkle a good amount of olive oil on here because we're going to be tossing our kale and we want to make sure it's well covered. This is going to make all of our seasonings stick really well so that it can crisp up. And put our garlic powder in here, and guys, like I said, I've used cayenne pepper, I've used all kind of different seasonings on my kale, so feel free to use your favorite seasonings too. As you guys know, garlic powder and onion powder are my two favorite. Gonna add some salt in here because you want your chips salty, and also it's going to bring out the flavor of the onion and garlic. Okay, so I'm just going to take 2 forks guys and toss this really well. Please do not skip this step because you need to make sure that all the kale in the bowl is covered with the olive oil and the seasonings. You don't want to pick up a piece and it's all full of garlic powder because it's not spread around. And you can tell if you're getting it really well covered with the olive oil and the seasonings because your kale is going to shrink down some, just as if you were cooking it. You don't want it to shrink down too much, but because it has the oil on it, it will shrink down some, and that's exactly what you want to happen because that way you'll know that you've got it all tossed well. This takes a couple of minutes because you want to make sure you get in there and get it all seasoned and moved around. Make sure you don't see any pieces that have just a lot of garlic on it. And taste it. Taste it. That's what I'm doing now. Taste it, guys, because that'll tell you, do I have enough seasonings on it that I like? Now's the time to add more. Okay, all tossed and we have our pan prepared. This is just parchment paper on a cookie sheet. So I'm just going to spread this onto the prepared pan and then move it around so that it's in a single layer. Now, some people tend to cook their kale at about 325 or 350, but guys, I like to roast mine at a high heat. I just think it crisps up much better, have that snap when you bite into it. It'll just crumble on you, it's so crispy, and that's what I like, just like a bag of potato chips. So spread your kale out, make sure it's in as much of a single layer as possible. It's curly, so it's not going to lay flat and be a complete single layer, but you don't want any just piled up on top of each other. And this pretty much should do it, guys. And now we can go ahead and get it in our oven. 350 degrees is kind of low for me, so I've got mine set on 400 degrees. I'm gonna leave it in there for about 10 minutes. Then, guess what, guys? It's done, yes. And see how much it shrunk up? I know it looks dark, but that's just because of the camera and the camera angle. It's nice and crispy. And guys, I cannot wait to dig into this. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it into my bowl. You'll see I went from a much larger bowl to this much smaller bowl. Yes, I love kale chips. Get it all in here and put into the bowl, and then we can see how it looks and we can get ready to taste some. Be careful because it's so crispy. You want to do this very, very gently. Otherwise, you really will have a bowl of kale crumbs. Okay, guys, just about done. Let's get this last little bit in here. Okay, yes. All right, guys, I think we are all done with our crispy kale chips. Yes. Take a look at this a little bit closer, guys. I know it looks delicious. Yes, I can't wait. I have to taste some right now. Okay, guys, there it is up close in better light so that you can see that it's nice and crispy. All I have to do is sit down and eat. Yes, and if you guys like these how-to videos, please consider supporting me over on Patreon. I have the link in the description as well as right here. Also, guys, give me a thumbs up. And leave me some comments. I love to read your comments. Tell me if you tried it and what you think about the recipe. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and tap that bell. That way, you'll always get notified when I upload my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.